the biggest edge you can have in the market is not a great technical strategy, is how deeply you understand yourself. When you truly uncover the blind spots, your thoughts, why you have those thoughts, and your behaviors to certain market reactions, and then you start to connect dots with your life, past education, and certain occurrences that happened, and you start to unlock a different level of awareness. And with this information in place, you can unlock your next development as a trader. One of the ways I help my clients achieve this type of self-reflection and deep knowledge about themselves is through a questionnaire. It's like a self-reflective questionnaire that I delivered them in the beginning of our interaction. And when they fill them out, they always say that it was crucial for their self-awareness. It was difficult to fill out, but they've kind of like unlocked a new level of self-awareness. And my advice for traders is to always reserve a slot, 30 minutes of the day or 1 hour at the end of the week, to have a moment of pause, a conversation with themselves about what went well, kind of to turn inwards and having these haha moments. But if you don't reserve time for yourself, then you will struggle to connect some dots. So these moments, these conversations with yourself are very useful. In this video, I want to share with you 3 main questions that will leave you thinking. But at the end, when you answer them, and by the way, take your time to do this, you will gain a different perspective about yourself. So I want you to grab a pen and a paper and get ready. Let's answer these questions. Question number 1, what are the limiting beliefs holding you back in your trading? In trading, there are 5 core stories you are constantly telling yourself that most affect your performance. Those stories are about risk, worth, money, control, and emotions. And the genesis of these stories go way back in your past experiences, in your education. So if you want to rewrite them, which is possible, then you want to go back. You want to understand what caused them, why you have them, and who imposed them on you. So for example, if you feel the constant need to control all the variables of the market and in charts, then you probably have a story that tells you that controlling all the variables is needed for your worth or for your success or to get money. So in trading, this might reflect in you trying to make impulsive trades to regain control, and the feelings of powerlessness, they likely trigger you. If all you heard growing up was, you're a failure, you're stupid, you need to do more of these, you need to do less of these, you never get it right, then it's likely that your relationship with worth is tied to results. So these type of dynamics and stories that you write at early ages truly influence your performance. Now, how can you rewrite them? The first step to rewriting these stories is being aware of them, and most traders are not. So what I want you to do is to spend some time understanding what are the core stories that you've been living by according to these 5 aspects: risk, worth, money, control, and emotions. And I want you to understand how these were developed. And the tip here for you is looking back, seeing what were the people surrounding you at the time, and making an analysis of them, their behaviors, their view of the world, because likely they haven't changed much. So now if you look at them, if they are still alive, obviously, you can make a fair judgment of their worldview, which will help you understand what they imposed on you. How did they shape your behavior right now? And most importantly is to understand that these core stories can be changed. You can rewrite them. And it's only by rewriting them that you will change a core belief. I wrote a past post about these stories, going in much detail about them and how you can rewrite your stories. And so if you want to revisit them, I strongly recommend. I will leave the link in the description below to it. Question number 2, what are the 5 core values or beliefs you strongly live by? Once again, this is a very tough question. And that's why it's so important to make these type of questions, the scary ones, the ones that bring important information to the surface. And I want you to spend some time thinking about it. And the first things that come to your mind, hold on to those, because those are probably the ones that carry most weight for you. And so just to share here common examples of core beliefs or core values for you, we have: we get what we deserve, we create our own reality, money is a tool, not a goal, you get out what you put in, freedom leads to happiness, everything happens for a reason, if you're not growing, you're dying, treat others as you want to be treated, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. If you're struggling to get the 5 biggest core values for you, I challenge you to go only with 3. And then understand how these 3 are shaping your life actions and your trading decisions. Question number 3. What do you consider to be your 3 greatest strengths? Think back to a past challenge you overcame. The first one that comes to your mind. It doesn't need to be trading related. It can be outside of the trading context. And I'll think about what were the traits or the strengths that helped you overcome that challenge. So an example here for you is a work project that seemed impossible to finish at a certain deadline, but the person was able to motivate the team and bringing them new perspectives. And with that motivation and good energy, they were able to finalize the project at the deadline that was established. This is an example of a challenge. Now I want you to choose one for you, the first one that comes to your mind, perhaps the most difficult one you faced in your life, and how you overcame it successfully. What resources did you bring to the table? What I also want you to ask yourself in order to uncover these 3 strengths is, when you feel most fulfilled, in peak moments of your life, what were you doing? So for instance, this might be solving a problem, helping others, organizing information. And so understanding your peak moments of your life and how were they contributing for your emotional state and how well you felt helps you understand what you feel more motivated by and energized with. So we're thinking about as well a peak event of your life to help you uncover these strengths. And in case you're wondering, uncovering your strengths is one of the most important pieces of self-awareness. We tend to focus on self-awareness when it comes to understanding mistakes, trying to fix weaknesses, improvement plans, but for 2 reasons. First, because, and in case you're wondering, understanding your strengths is probably understanding your strengths is one of the most important pieces of self-awareness. First, because no one is focusing on their strengths. Everybody seems to be focused on changing, weaknesses and eliminating mistakes and improvement plans. Nobody is focused on what actually fulfills them, motivates them, and how can double down on that. And second, because the confidence that you need to give that next step towards fear, towards outside of your comfort zone, can only come from your strengths. So confidence is the ultimate step that will motivate you to do different things and to do things differently. So take the time to answer these 3 questions and make it a point to come back to them every single day for the next 2 weeks. I promise if you do this, you will uncover answers that you haven't before that will help you push yourself forward and more likely achieving your goals for 2025. Peaceful trading, Sarah. If you loved this video, you will absolutely love my weekly newsletter, The High Performing Trader, on trading psychology and trading performance. I drop practical advice every week. So if you're interested in becoming your best version, don't hesitate. I will leave the link to subscribe in the description below.